Jacob Ellingson, congratulations on your fine showing at state, 5th place. Talk about your matches.
A lot of my matches at state were pretty close. My semis match, I went into overtime with the eventual state runner-up. So that was really cool to do. Really would have liked to finish that match out and get a win there, but sometimes it happens. And then I lost, a match I shouldn't have in the consolation semis, which put me in for 5th and 6th, but I ended up getting a pin in my 5th and 6th place match, so that was good to have.
You've had some good coaching over the years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Obviously, it's different switching up my senior year, having a new coach my senior year, but we're a young team. Everyone just needs to buy into the program, and I think we'll have a lot of success in the future.
How long have you been wrestling?
Since 4th grade, so I think that's 8 or 9 years.
Before the state tournament, talk about some of the high points this season.
Getting a good close victory with over the 4 seed early in the season that kind of cemented my place in as the 3rd seed. So that was a really cool close win and fun match to have. Another fun one was winning the Shane Shadow invite in Douglas, Wyoming. A lot of top tier Wyoming guys were there, and so it was good to see other competition outside of the state.
Again, congratulations on 5th place at state.
Yeah, thank you.
Kadin Gonzales, you're 1 and 2 at state. Talk about the competition there.
The competition there it was high. I mean, I went 1 and 2, so it was obviously pretty good competition.
Yeah. Take us through that match you won.
So I wrestled that kid earlier in the season, and I lost to him by 5. I think the score was like 5-10. And I just went out and was determined to beat him because I shouldn't have lost to him the first time.
All right, congratulations again. Thanks.
Thank you.
We're visiting with Jacob Foster. Talk about your season as a whole, Jacob.
Oh, this season went pretty well for me compared to the last couple of years. I had a lot of good wins and I had a lot of good matches. And it was just, pretty good. A lot of fun. Made it to state, which was I was hoping for, but I didn't place. But that's okay because I still got next year.
How many years have you been wrestling?
This will be my 6th.
You mentioned next year. You're looking forward to that?
Yes, I'm going to try and do as much as I can in the off season and just see where I land at next year, I guess.
All right, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
We're visiting with John Bokker, the middle school wrestling coach here in Spearfish. You got a lot of good wrestlers down there.
Yeah, we had actually, when we first started the year, we had 120 kids sign up for the middle school program this year, which was one of our biggest ever. But I knew that was going to probably not happen because number one, space, and number two, a lot of those kids. We usually have a tryout day where we go in and I do PE, and a lot of the kids sign up and they're excited about it, and then they kind of go home and decide that it's not really the right thing for them. But we did have 120 sign up, and then 80 of them came out. So we had 80 kids in the room. We ended up, as the year goes on, a lot of times we lose those kids. We ended up with 67 kids sticking it out for the whole entire year. I think we had 13 6th graders, 28 7th graders, and 26 8th graders stick out the whole season. And out of those, 22 of them were girls. So it was a really good year for us. We had a lot of great 8th grade leadership, like Josh Borbley. I think he ended up competing at regionals for the high school. Mateus Cummings did really well to being a leader, as well as Jace Werlinger and Kimber Baker. We had Noah Honeyman. We had a lot of good 8th graders leadership this year. So I was pretty impressed with how they handled themselves and how they treated the younger kids too. They did a great job. Really want to get those 6th grade numbers up. We only had 13, but we started out with about 20 some of them, but when the 6th graders are in there with all those 7th and 8th graders, it's kind of intimidating. So I'm hoping to get a lot of those 7th graders out next year that were 6th graders this year. In most of the tournaments, we did really well. There was a couple times we actually match points, like scoring takedowns and reversals and all that stuff. We, out of the teams, we had 4 times as many points as the 2nd place team. So it was pretty impressive with all those people.
Is your coaching at the middle school level pretty much the same as the high school?
Yeah, I didn't change it up too much. I just simplified things a lot. We basically stuck to about 3 or 4 moves from our feet, and I really emphasized the half on top. I mean, that's a deadly weapon. AAU, middle school, it's even a deadly weapon in the high school if you use it right. And then just, working on escapes and moving on the bottom is a good thing that we worked on too. Okay. We actually had 6 people compete in middle school state. We had 5 boys and 1 girl. Jace Werlinger, he took 5th there. Mateus Cummings took 3rd. Braden Mosier took 3rd there also. Noah Honeyman competed at a really tough weight class, didn't quite place there. Kimber Baker, she placed 3rd there. And Brody McCann, he placed 4th there. So we had a lot of good competition, a lot of pretty impressive guys there. Our two of our best guys were those 7th graders that are actually coming back next year for our program to be leaders there. So really excited about that. Kimber competed in the high school, wrestled a lot of varsity matches, and she was a great leader in our room too, and proved how good she was at middle school state. So really, really happy with that. We'd like to have more than 6 compete at middle school state. I would like to have, triple that at least next year, and I think it'll be really good for us and the high school program.
Okay, Coach, we appreciate you taking time.
Yeah, I appreciate you always. I always love doing interviews for you. Thank you.
Visiting with John Thayer, the Spearfish boys head wrestling coach, to recap the season and the state tournament.
Yeah, it was just another season, I guess. It's one of those seasons with a young team. A lot of things that we tried to implement this year with the young group and get our system put into place and just have fun too.
Coach, what do you see for the future of wrestling here in Spearfish? Pretty bright.
Yeah, I mean, if John Bokker has taken over at the middle school, and the numbers are high there. They were high last year, and we kept about 14 of them this year on our team at the high school level with our freshmen, which was the majority of our team. And there's a big group coming up next year. We're looking forward to that. We already pulled up some of them we even had a couple on the varsity squad this year. And they're excited to be at this high level. And
Talk about the off season.
yeah, we have camps, team camps that were scheduled to go to. I know the guys are already excited about all that, getting the information out to them. We'll also have mini camps here at the high school for all wrestlers, all age levels, throughout the summer for kids to come in and get better.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Sure, thank you.